Hello and welcome to a Wednesday edition of the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Here's some of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. Chelan County's government offices are in their third week working without computer networks thanks to a malware attack. Now it's Okanogan County's turn to suffer a cyber breach. Speaking of Okanogan County, a woman there was jailed this week for allegedly mistreating the 32 dogs she kept at her residence. In weather, our high temperatures will jump 10 degrees on Thursday. We'll just keep going up from there through the weekend and into next week. I'll have your full local weather forecast straight ahead. The founders of Icicle Brewing Company are selling their majority ownership to the owners of a Yakima-based hop farm. Icicle Brewing has produced specialty beers and operated its tap room in Leavenworth since 2010. Pamela and Oliver Brulot announced yesterday that they're retiring and will transition ownership to family-owned CLS Farms of Yakima. According to Icicle's owners, the two families have had a multi-generational relationship and deep roots in Washington agriculture. As part of the transition, Icicle Brewing Company will remain an independent brewery and will continue brewing beer at its Leavenworth location. All employee positions remain unchanged, including employee ownership. Chelan County's government offices are in their third week without working computer networks thanks to a malware attack. Telephone service to reach the county was restored today, although voicemail remains offline. Now it's Okanogan County's turn to suffer a cyber breach. The county administration reported Tuesday night that its information network was down due to what it's calling a network event. IT workers disconnected the county from outside networks and took many systems offline to deal with the breach. Callers can still get through by phone to Okanogan County agencies, and the outage does not affect 911 calls or police dispatch. It's not known how long the problem may persist. The crane at the Majestic Apartments is coming down next weekend. The city of Wenatchee says building contractor Exxel Pacific is bringing in an even bigger crane to safely dismantle and remove the existing tower crane that looms over the apartment complex. During the teardown, all 3 lanes of Mission Street between Kittitas and Yakima will be closed on June 20th and 21st. The closure will last from 5 a.m. to 7 p.m. The city says there will be a detour down Kittitas Street during that closure. Governor Bob Ferguson says banning cell phones in K-12 schools is a top priority for his next legislative session. Ferguson held a press conference inside Robert Eagle Middle School in Seattle yesterday to announce that he will propose an away for the day ban at schools statewide. Locally, Wenatchee High School went cell phone free at the beginning of the current school year, requiring students to lock up phones in special pouches every morning. Ferguson said phone use during the school day has negative impacts on student learning, ability to focus, and mental health.
So I know for teachers, for schools, for parents, this is a big, challenging issue. So they need support. More than half of states across the country are moving in one direction and one direction only. They're passing laws to keep cell phones out of classrooms. Washington State is not one of them, and that must change in the next legislative session. I signed a bill at the end of the last legislative session related to cell phones in schools that essentially adopted a study. And, when I signed that bill into law, I don't recall my exact words, but I made it very clear a certain level of frustration that another legislative session had gone by and we had not done something more than another study. This issue is too important to leave simply to a study. We need to be stepping up in the next legislative session. We're going to do that. My team's been working hard, reaching out to legislators and stakeholders all across the state. We're going to continue doing that. And that's part of the reason for this pretty early announcement. Typically, we don't make announcements about governor request legislation, which this will be, until we get much closer to the legislative session. We want to do it now to signify how important this is to me and my team, but also to build that coalition all across the state and make sure we go into the next legislative session prepared to get this passed.
When we come back, Grant County's new $155 million jail facility is set to open with a ceremonial ribbon cutting next week. And students at Westside High School rounded out the Wenatchee Valley graduation ceremonies last night. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Your favorite local channel is now available for free on your smart TV and connected streaming devices. Watch live programming and catch up with the latest shows on demand. See the local stories that matter to you. NCWLIFE, now on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.
Chelan PUD works hard year-round to reduce fire risk and provide dependable service for our customers. But when extreme fire weather is forecasted, we may resort to a public safety power shutoff, turning off power to a specific area in order to prevent fire. In this rare event, we'll keep you informed before, during, and after the shutoff. To stay prepared and check if you're in a PSPS zone, visit chelanpud.org/PSPS.
I'm Jen Mueller. Watch for my show, I Cook, You Measure on NCWLIFE. It's part cooking instruction, part entertainment, and all about connecting over food and wine with your favorite Northwest athletes.
Watch I Cook, You Measure with Jen Mueller Mondays at 1, Wednesdays at 2, Fridays at 11 a.m., and Saturday and Sundays at 10:30 p.m. right here on the NCWLIFE channel.
Slide and surf all summer long. Soundwave Saturdays, more than a surf park, it's the summer scene. Grab a drink and enjoy live music every Saturday in July and August. Slide Waters in Lake Chelan. Don't miss it.
An Okanagan County woman was jailed this week for allegedly mistreating the 32 dogs she kept at her residence. 58-year-old Tina Stratemeyer of Riverside is facing 13 charges of first-degree animal cruelty plus 12 counts in the second degree. Interim Sheriff, Jody Barkas says all the dogs were seized by deputies back in May and placed in shelter care. Barkas says one of the rescued dogs has since given birth to a litter of puppies. Stratemeyer was charged and arrested Monday after further investigation. She's being held in the Okanagan County Jail on $15,000 bond. Grant County's new $155 million jail facility is set to open with a ceremonial ribbon cutting next week. The event is scheduled for 11 a.m. on Wednesday, June 17th in Ephrata. County officials broke ground 2 years ago on the structure, which is set to replace the existing jail. That building next to the Grant County Courthouse can house 188 inmates. The new jail at Nat Washington Way and Highway 282 will have space for more than 500 inmates, plus the sheriff's administrative offices, evidence storage, and maintenance shop. County officials hope that will all allow cramped offices remaining at the courthouse to expand into the unused space. Students at Westside High School rounded out the Wenatchee Valley's graduation ceremonies last night. NCWLIFE News was there as the class of 2026 walked the stage to collect their diplomas. Graduating seniors Hannah Wright and Robbie Kabatek provided the musical selection for the evening's program.
My mind, I'm undefined. I'm just beginning, the pen's in my hand, ending unplanned. Staring at the blank page before you, open up the dirty window, let the sun illuminate the words that you cannot find. Reaching for something in the distance, so close you can almost taste it. Release your inhibitions, feel up the dirty window, let the sun illuminate the words that you cannot find. Reaching for something in the distance, so close you can almost taste it. Release your inhibitions, feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you, only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Live your life with words unspoken. Today is where your book begins. Feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you, only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Live your life with words unspoken. Today is where your book begins. The rest is still unwritten. The rest is still unwritten.
Coming up next in tonight's feature story, we will give you a tour of the new Rivercom facilities at Old Station. Much warmer weather begins tomorrow with a minor to moderate heat risk in place early next week. I'll have your full local forecast coming up. And in sports, Kate Calvin checks in on the Mariners, Apple Sox, Stanley Cup Finals, and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues after these messages.
Your favorite local channel is now available for free on your smart TV and connected streaming devices. Watch live programming and catch up with the latest shows on demand. See the local stories that matter to you. NCWLIFE, now on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.
Celebrate America at the Real Homes Rock Fest on the last Saturday in June. Great bands including Too Slim and the Tail Draggers and the best Bon Jovi tribute band, Non Jovi. It all happens at the Rock Island Golf Course. Free shuttle service with food and craft vendors and a wine and beer garden. Be prepared for family fun entertainment and live music till the fireworks show. The Real Homes Rock Fest at the Rock Island Golf Course Saturday, June 27th, 2026.
Community is more than just a place. It's the people, stories, and connections we share. At the Wenatchee World, we're your neighbors, your storytellers, and your trusted voice. From uncovering the issues that matter most to celebrating the moments that bring us together. We deliver the stories that keep the community moving forward. The Wenatchee World, your community voice, here every day.
At Colonial Vista Senior Living, we believe life is meant to be lived fully. Our wellness programs inspire residents to stay strong, flexible, and confident every day. Here, curiosity is encouraged, friendships are nurtured, and every activity is an opportunity to connect, create, and enjoy life together. We invite you to experience the lifestyle at Colonial Vista Senior Living for yourself and discover why so many call our community home.
Taxpayers said yes to a sales tax boost last year, and that's helping Rivercom move into its new home. The Wenatchee Valley's Emergency Dispatch Agency will relocate from the Wenatchee Police Headquarters to its new center in Old Station. Renovations in the new space are underway, and last week, Rivercom Director Doug Jones led NCWLIFE News on a tour of the interior.
Well, this is our new facility at 2525 Euclid, a future home of Rivercom 911. Wouldn't have been possible without the help of the community, so appreciate the additional 1/10 of 1% that we got back in January. And we're looking to move into this facility in the middle part of next year, so 2027. So quite a bit, it'll be quite an upgrade from what we have now. That served us, the third floor of the police department where we've been for the last 20 years, has served us well, but this is going to be the new home. So this is what we call Building B, and this will be primarily where the dispatch center is, where all the telecommunicators will be doing the bulk of the work that we do at Rivercom. So as you can see, it's a wide open area. We will bring in special desks that the dispatchers need to do their jobs, and we'll have 16 stations throughout this whole kind of L-shaped room. Obviously, the dispatchers like the fact that they have a good view looking out here. They have a deck. It's very important for the dispatchers when they have a break, because they do work 12-hour shifts behind their desks, to get a place to go out and relax. So they'll have that here, which is nice. Interestingly, this staircase is going to be removed. So we're going to be putting in the sky bridge, which we'll see here in a minute. We're going to take that sky bridge out, and that'll all be elevator and a staircase in the middle between the two buildings. So we're going to take this staircase out, which gives us additional square footage on this floor. And this pushing out here will be kind of a locker room for the dispatchers. So this is the downstairs of basically Building B, which is directly under the dispatch center floor. So what's nice about having this underneath the dispatch floor is that all the IT equipment and the server room and everything, it's right underneath, so we can send our wires and all of the infrastructure directly to the top floor without having to do a lot of routes throughout the building. So the IT room, that's where all the racks will be with all of our computer equipment. We'll be moving some walls around in here to open up to the kitchen on the other side of this wall, but this will be this wall will be removed as well to open this up. So this will be a break room for our dispatchers, and there'll be a wall here that kind of does go into a little bit of a workout room where they can come down and get on a treadmill during a break or a bike, whatever they need to, whatever they would like to spend their break doing. So a lot of the walls in here are going to be reconfigured to make this whole area a training section. This will be reconfigured down here to be a big open training room. Where you see the offices down at the end of the hall. This will be the radio room in here, so they'll have a lot of the radio equipment in there going out to the tower. So this is a sky bridge. This is a sky bridge that's going to be that connects the two buildings, and this is the portion of the building that we're going to take out, basically. And this, where we're standing now, will be an elevator and a staircase as well. So in both buildings where there's a staircase, we'll be taking those out, and we'll be consolidating the elevator and the staircase between the two buildings here. Out this window here, which won't be here, but out in this area of the property will be the radio tower, and of course the parking area. This is the top floor of Building A, which we're calling our administrative building. Again, we just left the operations section. This will be administrative. This will be where all of our finance, HR, myself, the IT and the radio folks, all the administrative offices will be in this building here, both the upstairs and the downstairs. For the most part, we're going to be redoing the HVAC system, because there are different requirements that we have for all the computers we have for our server rooms and things like that. That was one of the issues we had with the police department, was it wasn't purpose-built for a communication center. So the day we moved in back in 2004, there wasn't even enough power that we needed to run the computers that we had. When we were looking at building new, we were looking at an 18,000 square foot building. That's kind of what the architects that initially did the design work for us thought we needed based on our use and everything. This is about 11, so, but it's laid out really well for our needs, so that's what's really nice.
Time now for a check of your north central Washington weather forecast, and I hope you had a fantastic Wednesday. More of that pesky wind out there throughout the day, about 20 to 25 miles an hour throughout the day. The good news about our weather today, as we look out our weather window from this afternoon, all kinds of blue sky out there, but boy, those winds sure changes things, doesn't it? And you can even see the Columbia River looking down at Eniat from our Waterville tower camera. Pretty rough out there this afternoon. But it's all going to get better, and we are in for a big time warm up as we get into this weekend and especially into next week. In fact, the Weather Service has issued a minor to moderate heat risk, and that's for Wenatchee as we get you into Monday and Tuesday. That also affects Moses Lake Monday and Tuesday, as well as Winthrop on Monday, where we will see high temperatures into the 90s, about 15 degrees above where we should be. And I'll tell you all about about that here coming up in a little bit. But today, once again, a cool one below normal. 71 our unofficial high today. 77 is now our normal high temperature. 96 our record, and that goes back just to last year, our second day in a row for records. 96 on this date last year. 48 this morning. 54 is our normal low temperature, and 42 our record. That was set in 1973. Sunrise 5:04 and sets tonight just a few minutes before 9 o'clock at 8:57. All right, so the warm-up really begins as we get you into Thursday, and look at this. Temperatures about 10 degrees above where we were today. Lots of 80s on our map tomorrow, including Moses Lake, Ephrata, Quincy, right here in Wenatchee, also Entiat and into Chelan. Even our upper elevations, pretty mild tomorrow. Leavenworth at 78, and Cashmere, your high temperature tomorrow at 79 degrees. All right, let's get you into that forecast now. Tonight we expect clear skies out there, high pressure in northern Idaho. This is really the driver of our weather, the Pacific high pressure. See breezy conditions let up a little bit tonight with low temperatures in the upper 40s, and then the heat is on as we get you into Thursday. Nothing but sunshine all across Washington state tomorrow. Much warmer with high temperatures, as we just talked about, right around that 80-degree mark, and we're going to continue to go up from there. Friday to end our week, you can see the big ridge all the way up into British Columbia, and that means beautiful weather. Warm for Friday with high temperatures in the low 80s, and then this weekend, this might be the nicest weekend that we've had so far this year. Saturday, sunshine out there, hardly any wind at all, and it will be warmer with highs on Saturday, somewhere into those mid-80s on Saturday afternoon. Just fantastic. For Sunday, this is where we begin to warm up some more. Sunny and warmer. We'll see highs in the upper 80s as this area of high pressure continues to drag all of that subtropical warm air our way. Upper 80s, high temperatures late in the day on Sunday. And then on Monday and Tuesday, this is where we get to the minor and moderate heat risk days. Nothing but sunshine, so no relief from the sun on Monday. Highs in the low to mid 90s. Notice Kennewick, 97 degrees on Monday. And then for Tuesday, windy conditions. Low pressure to our east, high pressure to our west. That'll kick up the winds on Tuesday, but it's not going to cool us off much. We will still see highs on Tuesday into the low 90s. All right, time for your 7-day forecast now. And it's brought to you by Colonial Vista Senior Living in Wenatchee, where comfort, care, and community come together. 48 overnight tonight, much warmer for Thursday and 80, a touch warmer for Friday and 82 degrees with all kinds of sunshine. And then we are just going up from there. Saturday 85, 88 on Sunday, 93 your high temperature on Monday, and then some breezy conditions on Tuesday, but still pretty hot for this time of year with a high temperature of 92. And that's a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Cade Calvin and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
NCWLIFE Channel is your local TV station. We believe in being the spotlight and mirror to the communities we serve in North Central Washington. Programming on NCWLIFE would not be possible without our sponsors. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air.
Welcome back in, everyone. Cade Calvin here with you. Let's talk some sports for a few minutes now. The Seattle Mariners needed extra innings, but they kept their hot streak rolling Tuesday night. Randy Arozarena blasted a 2-run homer in the top of the 10th inning to lift the Mariners to a 6-5 win over the Baltimore Orioles. The go-ahead shot scored Julio Rodriguez and gave Seattle its 11th win in the last 14 games. Mitch Garver also went deep for the M's, while Logan Gilbert turned in a strong start. After throwing 58 pitches in the first 2 innings, Gilbert settled in to retire the final 14 batters he faced and struck out 5 over 6 innings of work. Baltimore rallied with 2 runs in the ninth to force extra innings, but Seattle's bullpen closed the door. Nick Davila recorded the first save of his major league career as the Mariners improved to 36-32 and maintained their lead in the AL West. And the Wenatchee Apple Sox lost their first home game of the season. The Sox fell to the Springfield Drifters 11-6 Tuesday night. They will get another chance tonight at Paul Thomas Sr. Stadium with the first pitch scheduled for 6:35 p.m. The Stanley Cup final is all tied up after another wild night on the ice. The Carolina Hurricanes defeated the Las Vegas Golden Knights 5-3 in Game 4 to even the best-of-7 series at 2 games apiece. Jordan Staal scored the game-winning goal early in the third period, continuing a remarkable stretch that has seen him score in each of the first 4 games of the series. The Hurricanes jumped out to a 3-1 lead in the opening period, but Vegas rallied to tie the game in the second before Carolina took control again in the final frame. Carolina added an empty net goal to seal the victory. The first 4 games of the series have featured 33 combined scores, with each team overcoming multiple 2-goal deficits along the way. Just an incredible series so far. Game 5 is set for Thursday night in Carolina. And Patrick Mahomes is once again resetting the quarterback market in the National Football League. The Kansas City Chiefs have agreed to a reworked contract with their star quarterback that will keep him with the franchise through the 2033 season. The deal is valued at more than $504 million, making it the first contract in NFL history to surpass the $500 million mark. The new agreement averages $64 million per year beginning in 2027, also setting a new league record for average annual value. Mahomes has led the Chiefs to 5 Super Bowl appearances and 3 championships since becoming the team's starting quarterback. The 30-year-old is currently rehabbing from a knee injury suffered late last season, but the Chiefs remain optimistic that he will be ready for Week 1. Alrighty, that's all for sports this time. I'm Kate Calvin reporting for NCWLIFE.
And that will do it for the NCWLIFE Evening News this Wednesday, June 10th. Remember, if you see news happening, let us know. Email your news tips to news@ncwlife.com or just give us a call at 888-6295. Our channel is also available on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us and have a great night. Tune in Monday through Friday at 5, 6, and 10 for the NCWLIFE Evening News, or go to our website at ncwlife.com, or you can visit us on Facebook. North Central Washington, the NCWLIFE channel has you covered.
Hello, television family. Grab your cup of coffee each weekday morning and join me. I'm Dan Kuntz, the host of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. It's Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. It's everything you need to start your day. We're live and we're local at 7 a.m. every weekday on the NCWLIFE channel.
You'll meet future stars of the gridiron, the hardwood, and so much more. Join us on our search for America's most talented young athletes every week on Sports Stars of Tomorrow.
Community is more than just a place. It's the people, stories, and connections we share. At the Wenatchee World, we're your neighbors, your storytellers, and your trusted voice. From uncovering the issues that matter most to celebrating the moments that bring us together. We deliver the stories that keep the community moving forward. The Wenatchee World, your community voice, here every day.